Over the coming weeks, months, and years, we'll be discussing the history of Israel. This is not a podcast to say which side is right, which side is wrong. It's not a podcast to talk about the war which is happening in Palestine. It's just simply the history of Israel. Hi, this is the History of Israel podcast, an Eat My Own Beat podcast.
Welcome back to episode 37 of the History of Israel podcast. History of Syria Palaestina. During the 1st and 2nd centuries, Judea became the epicenter of a series of unsuccessful large-scale Jewish rebellions against Rome, known as the Jewish-Roman Wars. The Roman suppression of these revolts led to wide-scale destruction, a very high toll of life and enslavement. The First Jewish-Roman War, 66 to 73, resulted in the destruction of Jerusalem and the Second Temple. 2 generations later, the Bar Kokhba revolt from 132 to 136 erupted. Judea's countryside was devastated, and many were killed, displaced, or sold into slavery. Jewish presence in the region significantly dwindled after the failure of the Bar Kokhba revolt. Following the suppression of the Bar Kokhba revolt, Jerusalem was rebuilt as a Roman colony under the name of Syria Capitolina, and Judea was renamed Syria Palaestina, a term occasionally used among Greco-Romans for centuries to describe the southern Levant. Syria Palaestina included Judea, Samaria, Galilee, Idumea, and Philistia. The province retained its capital, Caesarea Maritima, and therefore remained distinct from Syria, which was located further north with its capital of Antioch. Jerusalem, which held special religious significance for the Jews, had also been destroyed, was rebuilt as the Colonia Syria Capitolina. Jews were forbidden to settle there or in the immediate vicinity. While Syria was divided into several smaller provinces by Septimus Severus and later again by Diocletian, Syria Palaestina survived into late antiquity. Presumably, it was small enough not to become dangerous and potentially starting point for usurpation attempts. Instead, Diocletian even integrated parts of Arabia Petraea into the province, namely the Negev and the Sinai Peninsula. He moved Legio X X Frontinus from Alia Capitolina to Alia, today's Aliat Aqaba, to secure the countries against Arab incursions. The part of the Roman imperial border that now ran through Palestine was subsequently placed under its own supreme commander, the Dux Palestinia, who is known as Notitia Dignitatem. The border wall, the Limes Arabacas, which existed for some time, was pushed further south. The crisis of the 3rd century, 235 to 284, affected Syria Palaestina. For the 4th century, brought an economic upswing due to the Christianization of the Roman Empire and the upswing in Christian pilgrimage to the Holy Land. In the course of late antiquity, with imperial support, Christianity succeeded in asserting itself against both remnants of Semitic as well as trending Hellenistic paganism in the land. The province was split into smaller ones during the 4th and 5th centuries. In 358, areas that had formerly belonged to Arabia Petraea were transformed into separate provinces of Palestinia Salutaris, with Petra as its capital. The remaining territory was named Palestinia Prima. Around the year 400, it had been further split into smaller Palestinia Prima and Palestinia Secunda. Palestinia Prima included the heartland of the capital of Caesarea, with Palestinia Secunda extending to Galilee, the Golan, and parts of the Transjordan, as its capital was Scythopolis, now Beit Shean. Salturis was named Palestinian Terratas as Salturis.
This has been the History of Israel podcast. Check back every Wednesday for new episodes. We're available on Apple, iTunes, Google Podcasts, as well as Spotify. We also have each episode streaming on YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. We're available on eatmyownbeat.com as well as the History of Israel podcast on Facebook.